Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac AFTERBIRTH Plus. This has been the weirdest, pseudo streak we've ever had. At least it's not gonna be Keeper, Lost, Samson maybe? Azazel? Well, you know what? Everybody needs some easy runs now and then. Now, is this our second Azazel run on this pseudo streak? Yes. It's also our second Keeper run, if you want to be technical. So, you know what? Yeah, that's what I thought. 4W0GCB8Z. The last run pretty much melted my brain. This run, I thought, was going to be a little bit more simple. However, we start with the D Infinity, and of course it's the D100 right off the bat. So we've re-rolled nothing into nothing, and then we picked up the battery charge, and we still have nothing. So we don't have to worry about this too much just yet. I don't know if I'm going to use the D Infinity for the whole run, because it kind of suffers from being, you know, so zany that it's not zany, you know, because it just... If it's always 10 out of 10 balls to the wall, Steve-O stapling his nutsack to his leg, then, you know, when Chris Pontius wants to smell someone's fart, you go, do the nutsack thing again, right? Like, it loses its novelty, just because everything's extreme. And if everything's extreme, nothing's extreme. I thought maybe we could reroll a consumable on the ground, which actually we probably should. Didn't mean to place that, but that's okay. Let's reroll that. I want it to be a key. It is a bomb. That's all right. So we'll stick with the D Infinity for now, and eventually we might get the opportunity to replace it with something that's, you know, maybe a little cooler, but the D Infinity is good. Don't get me wrong, it's actually a high-quality item. I just don't know if it's the kind of high-quality item we really want right now. Just doesn't seem appropriate, if you will. If you haven't seen the last run, go back and watch it. It's ridiculous. I'm gonna do something a little weird. I'm gonna take Pageant Boy, and then if there's like a nickel or a dime, I'm gonna pick it up. And then I'm gonna re-roll these other 6 items, which also gave us the quarter, but did not give us a key, the one thing I truly wanted. We get the Hermit though, which is fine, and now with 35 cents we use the Hermit card. We get Pay to Play, we get BFF. We got a Judgment card, which I'm then going to explode. That got us a bomb, and gonna blow this up as well. I'm just looking for freaking keys, dude. We don't... we'll take it. I was gonna say we don't need to, and that's true, but we'll take it regardless. And then we'll go into what I assume is a library here, and maybe we'll take something that's not the D Infinity with us. But then, Book of Revelations is also, like, just okay. Like, it's not zany, it's just... it exists. So what we're gonna do is... I can't believe this run is still only, like, a minute in here. 2 minutes in. We're gonna go grab a battery charge, and then I'm gonna re-roll my whole run again. And I'm gonna also re-roll the book simultaneously, and we'll get a little closer to getting Bookworm. But it's weird. This is, I mean, we're still in a weird standpoint. Okay, we have Azazel with soy milk. It's a terrible combination. And now we're stuck with the D10, which is hilarious. So now you be careful, you know, you reap what you sow. The Empress, the Fool. We'll take the Fool for now, because we can use it to get out of a curse room or something, but Azazel soy milk is really bad. And not just like, you know, it's bad brimstone. It's actually just bad. So we're going to be looking to use the D Infinity as much as possible to get ourselves out of this. Just looking for a D4 or a D100 to escape, you know, this nothing that I've become. We do get to charge it up, like, ridiculously fast, and we should take advantage of that, but... yeah, the faster we can get rid of soy milk, the better. And hopefully it has, like, no lingering effects on our damage whatsoever. I guess if we can, like, really have unrestrained combat on an enemy, it's not that bad. So we're gonna walk in, reroll all these enemies, then we get the D12. All right. Some of these enemies are now trapped over here, which is good news for us, but we're not really that concerned about that, to be honest with you. We're more concerned about, oh, right, making sure that we don't have soy milk anymore. If you give me Libra, though, if you can find a way to give me Libra, like in this item room, for example, then I'm all in. We don't need to reroll. And we've got our zaniness. Escape, escape. Check this out. He's a god. He's a genius. 5 free cents. My 3 sons. Chip Douglas. Libra. Super Bandage. Great item. And we can't lose the Spirit Heart that we got by rerolling our whole run. So it has kind of an enduring bonus to it as well. I'm actually, and this is going to sound like a backhanded compliment, like, that dress looks nice, you can't even tell you're overweight when you're wearing it. But, like, this is, like, a genuine compliment that sounds like I'm faking it. I'm stoked that we can actually kill spiders in one hit, because I thought we might not be able to. Counterfeit penny is fine. We'll go in here. We want to get this battery charge so that we can get the D100 as soon as possible. Well, let's see if we can buy an item. It just took us back to the D12. That's fine. I mean, we had like 8 D100s in a row, so... Wooden nickel. Flip a coin. We tried. We've been rude to our donation machine, but it doesn't really matter. We've been very, very kind to it. If you look at like a midterm or medium-term outlook. So I'm not going to be too disappointed about, you know, 1 or 2 bumps in the road. D100, here we go. 2 more rooms. Probably have to beat these guys, beat the boss, get the D100. We'll be back in time for tea. All I want to do is... Yeah, baby, and take your money. I forgot, you know, I'm a Mouth Moons poser. It's been a couple weeks since I listened to quote-unquote annoyed grunts. I mean, you're really just, like, wasting your own life here, to be honest with you, dude. You will die. Andros has ordered me to take you down, etc. Nostalgia Crucible from the late 1990s and early 2000s. I think we'll just take it. And then in here, we'll probably take both. Razorblade kind of sucks. My Shadow kind of sucks. It's good because we'll re-roll them anyway. And now we've got great stats. And the Book of Belial gives us Bookworm. And you know what? I think that's where I'm going to call it. I'm going to stick with the Book of Belial. I don't know why I said it so weird. I'm going to stick with the Book of Belial. Is this a zany run? No. But the D Infinity is the D100, is the D4, basically. So I understand that sometimes it does give us different stuff. That was a 2-key room, okay. But I think... that's an item that I sort of put in the same camp as the D100, which is, if you think you're going to lose, then it's a good choice, because you'll probably win as a result of having it. But if you don't think you're going to lose, then it's kind of, it's too easy. You know, it's not zany to get like a button that changes your career and you just keep pressing it until you become like a CEO or something like that, right? It's zany to press it once and then live with your consequences. So we're going to stick with Book of Belial, even though it's, like, substantially more traditional. But we have some ways out in the zaniness category here. First off, zany is, you know, it's built into the seed. We can try our damnedest, but sometimes it's just not going to work for us. It's weird, because there's, like, no opportunity to use Book of Belial. But anyway, there's some zany hooks here. Loki's Horn is one of them. If we can get, like, full-on Brimstone and then Homing Tears, you know, Tammy's Head, something along these lines, you can start to feel, you know, where we can get our Zane on here. Certainly we want left hands. I wish there was an item that allowed us to spin in the same way that, like, Krampus spun. It's weird that that doesn't exist. Then we get the D1. I'm trying to think. We've actually used the D1 before, and I like it. It rerolls, not rerolls, it doubles a consumable on the ground. So we use that, we get another pill. Full health. Okay. I understand this now. So the D1 actually is a zany hook for us, as far as I'm concerned. I don't want to coin another term or anything like that, but I actually quite like this item. And I think even though I've used it to decent effect before, I still sort of underestimate it. Like, the big use for this is like, what happens if you use it on a room with nothing again? I can't remember. Well, this is not a room with nothing, so it's another full health pill. Range is important. I thought there was, like, one more thing with this item. Okay, if you use it on a room with nothing, nothing happens. That's just us experimenting. You know how dogs is and all that. Okay, we probably should not do that. Are you kidding me with these Samson's chain mushrooms, dude? We probably want to use it to make more keys, is my thinking. But also, I guess being able to make more battery charges has its uses. We'll have to take it on a case-by-case basis. I gotta be honest, like, I've recorded a lot of Isaac today. My brain is a little fried, from just the sheer number of strange runs we've had today, including keeper runs. So now that we got 2 batteries in there, doubling a battery charge is only useful with context. We need something else to give us a reason to basically have 2 battery charges, and Book of Belial is not it. Oh, we have the left hand, so I think I'm actually happy with this because we'll save keys, but golden chests do tend to be better. Yeah, confirmed. It's an actually good Loki's Horn payout there. Yeah, I don't know. I do like the D1 though. It seems like it's like a 6 or a 7 out of 10 spacebar item, and those are the kind of items I like to get behind, you know, and give them a chance to really shine. Because, I mean, there was a time Shoop the Whoop was untakeable. There was a time, and you know, it was probably like up until like a week ago, that I thought the Necronomicon was basically untakeable. I still think it's pretty bad, but certainly not untakeable. That was ignorant of me. We definitely want, I mean, Daddy Longlegs is an enormous get here. So grab that. 2 Spirit Hearts is lovely. I guess you want to try to double Spirit Hearts. The Tears upgrades are good as well. Equality is not worth much. Doubled a, not a key. What did we have? And you'll forgive me, I hope, for not remembering, because we had like what I considered to be sort of a landmark D1 run that taught me everything I know about the item, but I don't really remember it. Like, I don't remember what enabled it to be so good. I remember vague snippets of it, but, like, I'm being just 100% honest with you. I record a lot of Isaac. You know, runs get blended out in terms of my memory pretty quickly. Probably recorded, like, 75 runs since then. Well, we'll take Little Steven. Don't think we need anything else here. We're not worried about, like, permanent Polaroid invincibility. And we're done with this floor already. Death's Touch is a good get, but it really just makes this run that much easier. Like, we're... Okay, you know what? This is a cruel room. We made it, but it was a cruel room. Guess we could try to, like, double a nickel there. That's pretty solid. And you could go back to that as well. I guess that's what I'm ignoring here. I'm seeing this, the D1 as, like, a single-use item. But it's not a single-use item. If we doubled the nickel, and then we go back in there with our next charge and get another nickel, you know, we can actually get 5 cents every 3 rooms, which could allow us to get up in the, you know, really, really high damage range before too long. Or high money range before too long. Now, is that worth that much? Probably not, but it's worth something, certainly. And this run is really coming together. Like, damage-wise, that's embarrassing, but... damage-wise, it's obviously fine. You can always get a little better, but it's far from bad. Oh, you can use it on chests. Okay. That was a complete accident that just, like, awokened the beast within. Because now I'm like, if you can use it on chests, then if you get a good luck stat on the chest... You can create... Well, it's almost like a swallowed penny. Or, sorry, the crooked penny. I don't know what... Since I've made up my own name for it, that's where we've started to have problems, I think. But, we should have tried to maybe double... It's just extra battery charges? Yeah, it's just giving us battery charges. Well, no. No, it's not. It seemed like it was. I don't know if that was worth it. We did get Spider Mod, though. That's fine. Yeah, okay, long story short, I'm overthinking things here. Let's make it to the chest. And then, for every chest we get, hopefully we'll have, like, Contract from Below as well. But for every chest we get, we'll, try to pop the D1 after we pick it up, and it could create a full chest. Which would just be another item for us, which would be sweet, so... Well, we don't actually need to earn a deal with the devil now. The game's charity is genuinely... much appreciated. Lump of coal, okay. And let's just go back. I mean, we got 15 cents. We could make an arcade happen here, but who cares, you know? Get the nightlight instead. Throw this down. You get a nickel. You double the nickel. Now we can get an arcade on the next floor as well. And for once, we're hoping not to get a deal with the devil here. I don't know why I became Porky Pig, but if we could just beat the odds... and not succeed, that would be nice. I just want to say fuck you to everyone who ever believed in me. We knew it was going to be a long and hard road, and yet we found a means to not succeed. And that's all that matters. Actually, my speech falls on deaf ears, sadly, because we did indeed find the deal with the devil. So, we're down to the next floor. Boss rush is definitely on the table here. What would also be nice is if we could get, first off, a guppy item. That's like a no-brainer, but secondly, if we could get a, like a sack of sacks or a sack boy item, that way, it's a little weird. That way, I could actually have the chance to double some sacks. And in doing that, you know, you get way more bang for your buck out of that than just a regular old, you know, silly consumable. I'm trying to think of what else. Like, if we can get a chance for, like, eternal hearts to show up on the ground, that would require, like, rosary bead, which I don't think is necessarily useful or good at all for us, basically. Thank you, Daddy Longlegs, for picking up the slack for us there. So we can make, like, a ton of Awaz runes. That's not actually a bad idea. We'll just take one with us. Like, every 3 rooms, we can have an Awaz rune. This allows us to escape boss rush, so already the D1 has done some decent stuff by allowing us to sort of template and copy, existing consumables. Magic mush for free. You know, sometimes somebody up there just likes you. Woe be it for me to say that this makes things a little too easy, but at the same time, if you're looking for a way to balance Isaac, and I'm not saying you should be, but maybe that's an avenue. You know, don't take away the fun stuff. Just stop giving me magic mush on rooms like that. Now, it's probably not a fair one-to-one comparison. I imagine that the odds of finding an item there is extremely low. The odds of finding an item, the quality level of magic mush is even lower. So, it might not be a fair criticism. That being said, I am a YouTuber, which means I know everything. So, if you could listen to me, that would be sweet. We don't care so much about creep shots. We also don't need your thought control. That's piercing shots, which we already have. Capricorn, it's decent. I mean, it's usually great. It's decent only because we just got magic mush, so we didn't get much of a damage increase out of it, but we got a market amount, enough to be happy. Now, unfortunately, Booger Tears is useless because we have the Azazel Tears. I guess we could have clickered out of that, but you know, I'm willing to give you a lot of hearts here. It doesn't really bother me. I would like you to pay out like a little faster than this though, because it is getting a little on the ridiculous side. Okay, well, honestly, mere moments ago I thought there was no way I would not get a payout out of you, and now I'm like, we should be safe as opposed to sorry right now. Like, this could go terribly wrong if we continue down this track, so I was a little worried about that exact situation happening, but so be it. I'm gonna drop the Awaz rune on the ground, and then double it. And then use one. We're looking for a black market, a crawl space, you know, something along those lines. But we want to keep an Awaz rune in our inventory as well. Yeah, sure. Caffeine pill's fine. Get paralysis and a speed up. I mean, caffeine pills actually, without being rude, is kind of garbage because we are at max speed, or we were like 0.07 away from max speed, so it's not really the height of necessity for us, but it's not bad, so to speak. Alright, we have an Awaz rune. I don't think we need to take a second Awaz rune down. First off, there's no way to do that, so even if we did want to, it's not conceivable, so just be happy with what we got here. We are making crazy good time. We beat the odds as well, so grab this, grab the Polaroid. Contract from below is something we specifically very much wanted. Now that we have the Polaroid, I'm going to be a little aggressive on this Demon Judgment here. Got high hopes. Hierophant, great item. As far as I'm concerned, that's, you know, gravy right now. And we got Syringe. Or Euthanasia, sorry. I like it. Dogtooth is good. The Soul is better. It took me a long time to respect that item, but I do respect it now. Dogtooth is like, it's the ultimate, I almost want to take it item. We've had that on 2 runs today, where we've basically been like, you know, Dogtooth is an extremely close second to the item I actually want. I don't think Dogtooth is bad. It's actually, you know, it's a damage upgrade and a slightly worse version of, like, Spelunker's Head. Relatively good. But the soul is a lot better, I think. And the soul is weirdly underappreciated in its own right. I think because, like, the body, the first time you get it, is like, it seems like it has the most obviously great effect, but in my opinion, beginning Isaac players, and I'm not saying that I'm innocent of this either, but, you know, beginning Isaac players, in my opinion, tend to overvalue. I'm going to take Pandora's Box. No, we're going to use it, and then we're going to take, like, some awesome tiers upgrades, which I'm very thankful for, and then we're going to double a red chest, and okay. So why did I not keep Pandora's Box? I want to try, especially if we can get our luck even higher than this, I want to try using the D1 on the chest to turn empty chests into full chests. Might not quite be Swallowed Penny level, but, you know, if it starts being great once you get down there, that's pretty good in its own right. So we're going to take any luck upgrade we can get, including Magic Scab. If we're being honest, this run is a win. There's no path to a loss that doesn't run through Hush, if I'm being honest with you. So, do I intend to go through Hush? We got, like, basically just enough keys, which means that it might be plausible. For all the, I mean, I'm not catching, like, a lot of flack for it. I think most people understand, but for all the limited flack I'm catching for not going to Void, which I do mostly because going to Void is oftentimes just saying, like, yes, this run that I fought for, I would like to die instead because you rolled, you know, a 1 on your D6 roll at the end of the Blue Baby fight. But for all the flack that I'm taking for that, let's be honest. Optional Mega Satan fights on both of those Keeper runs. I've been fighting Hush on, like, every single run that's come up and been appropriate for it lately. Like, I think I'm meeting the game more than halfway here when it comes to, you know, these optional and sometimes extremely annoying fights. The ultimate deal with the Devil pickup right here is, like, basically Dark Bomb. Ooh. Even though a red chest is not very good, or very likely, I guess I should say, to create value for us, it's a good reason to pop these. So let's see what we got here. I was kind of afraid of that, although we did find the second secret room. Basically, I want all the shit off the ground. Oh, but this probably took the chests off the ground too, right? Yeah, so we just got the rune, which is Yera. There's no real reason to double a Yera rune, but I am happy to have it. Honestly, this makes me a little less likely to go to the Hush fight, because we need more keys to make the Hush fight worthwhile. And Hush is a little bit of an asshole on an Azazel run to begin with. One of the very, very few ways in which you can completely screw up your run. That being said, we might do it. Let's see what our deal with the Devil holds, if we're lucky enough to get it. By the way, this, like, I don't want to act like this is not amazing. The rate of fire that we have right now, mostly due to getting Coathanger plus Binky, like, so quick in succession from one another, like, simultaneously, basically, is so good. I think we will take Demon Baby. And you know what? Let's freaking go for it, dude. So we're gonna drop Yera. I don't think we have a sorry, we're gonna drop Left Hand, yeah. I don't think we have a fantastic chance to get Guppy at this point, unless we keep it and, like, really, really go hard on it, so I'm gonna stay away from that. Mom's box of trinkets is irrelevant. Buy that. Buy this. Buy this. I forget what it is. Full health. Probably won't be useful, but you never know. Judgment. Regular old Judgment. We're gonna go, give him some money, because we don't have anything to do with it right now except maybe donate and raise our luck a little, but not a big deal. Hilarious. Okay. There's probably a good time to use Omega Penny. We can at least get one extra item out of it. So what's the best item we have? It's probably Big Fan, sadly. Black Bean is terrible. So take this for a second. I want to open all these first just to see if we get even more items that maybe we don't want to mess with. Awa's rune. Awa's probably does nothing for us, I assume. Yeah. So I think we're going to take our best possible item, Big Fan, try to double the chest. It then gave us Butterbean, which is actually, wait, what? But it's still bad. And then, is there a battery charge? There's no battery charge. So we're going to quickly look for a trinket. We get like a paper bag trinket for 7 cents. It's not that bad. Then we're going to go back, and we're going to grab the Black Bean. This is a terrible assortment of gets there, by the way. And I'm not thrilled about the position we find ourselves in. A fairly bad blue womb, if I'm being honest. Now, we got things going for us. Nightlight's going to slow down his shots. And we're going to be doing not an insignificant amount of damage. And we got the soul, so bullets will, to some extent, bend around us. And now you're going, you know, why are you complaining at all? Well, you know, it's not that simple. There is still a chance, because we have to get so close to the hush, that we could take too much damage and just, if not directly kill us, at least leave us in a situation where we're basically going to die as a result of having done the fight to begin with. So, we're not just trying to avoid being, like, lethal here. We're trying to avoid a situation in which we've taken so much damage on the hush fight that we, can't conceivably, like, our path to victory has been compromised. So, right now it's going really well, and that makes me feel pretty good. But, the worst parts of this fight are still yet to come. The faster we can get him through the phase of shots that are continuum, which up until this point I've called continuum shots because apparently my brain used to work better. I want to be like right there. Good stuff. The faster we can get through this particular phase, the better our odds of beating Hush are going to be, and beating Hush in a palatable way. So we finally did take damage, and it was mostly out of not laziness but inattentiveness. Like we could have shot that enemy before he got to us. Seem to be safe here. That can change pretty quickly, but we seem to still be safe here. Okay, that was... You saw that was my own soul-deflected shot that came back for me. There's not a whole lot we can do to, you know, prevent that from happening. Alright, well, my bad, I suppose. So what's the game plan now? The Cathedral is just like a... It's just a busy work floor, for the most part. Not to, like, suck all the enjoyment out of the video, but it's the honest-to-goodness truth. Is there anything we want to double? We could double a Yera rune, and that will give us a second full health pill. So that's worthless. Is there a secret, or is there a tinted rock? Doesn't seem so. I know there could be black market, but I don't know if it's even worth going for. So, yeah, the Cathedral is not where my vision is here. My vision is 100% on the chest. So when we get down to the chest, we pop the Yera rune. That's the obvious part. Please, one of you's got to go. We pop the Yera rune. We pick up all the items. We need more keys in order to do so, but we'll get there soon. In fact, we need a lot more keys, at least for the first room. I would also love to see more luck, because every time we have a chest drop, it's going to be 2 chests, thanks to Contract from Below, and then... oh, why not? There we go. 8 keys. We need 1 more, I think, to make sure that we can get a 9th item for free when we enter the chest floor. Now, I do want to point out, it's not like I'm worried about this being, like, irresponsible or something if we don't, but, sure. I do want to point out, I actually think that the D1 is about to look like it's a lot better than it is. And that's my very smarmy way of saying, I'm going to make this item famous. Just get on that couch over there and show me how you can double these chests. That was gross, and I apologize. Let's wait on this because keys are fairly valuable. But, basically what I'm going to get at here is, I don't know if the juice is worth the squeeze. I don't know if what we've gone through to get the D1 to this point is actually worth what the D1 is going to do for us. You know, keep in mind we could have had Book of Revelations. Keep in mind, if this was a daily, we would not have taken the D1. I'll just leave it at that. But since we're playing these runs, essentially to have fun... Oh, that was dumb. Essentially to have fun, more so than achieve the thrill of a high leaderboard position right now, we can afford to do stuff like this. But this is almost like my extremely lame version of a don't try this at home message. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, I have a better idea. Yeah, okay, yeah, you almost got me, okay? No, we don't want to do this. This is my mistake, but I have an idea. Why don't we just go to an extra room on the chest before we open any items, and then just double the Yara rune first? Then we'll have 16 chests. Yeah, that seems way smarter. If we're going to use our first doubling for something, we should use it to double the Yara rune. That way we get an extra 8 chests instead of an extra 1 chest. So that's the obvious thing, but I think the D1, if it does on this next floor what I think it could do, which is basically, especially with good luck, give us an extra item once every 4 rooms, then we're gonna be extremely happy. But the ideal situation to find it is basically on the chest. So you're gonna say, NL, what the fuck are you doing? You forgot about the Yara. No. We're just waiting for a room in which we don't get a drop. Or we get a drop that we can pick up. You drop the Yara. I have gone full on Nobel Prize of Isaac here. Check it out. So we could do this forever, but I'm gonna try to show off another aspect of the D1 that I think is cool as well. I think is going to be cool as well, at least. So we're gonna take the Yara, come in here, and double it up again. So first off, 16 items. Sick. Then we're gonna choose not to open them yet, but if I get a chest drop on one of these rooms, which is highly plausible, then I'm gonna open them. Okay, so basically what we're gonna do now is come back. Yes, okay, hear me out. Open these up. I don't want to create another golden chest for myself. I want to create stone chests so I don't have to spend keys. We're going to take everything because that's going to amp up the ridiculousness. Yes, even Tech X, which I understand can be sometimes annoying. We don't have Tech X anyway, apparently. So just keep this up here. None of these items are going to fuck you, at least not yet. Ludovico, it kind of fucks you, so I'll give you that one. Certainly Mulligan. Scatter bombs. Fairly irrelevant at this point. Okay. So then, pick this up. Crack it. Crack it. None of these drop consumables. We'll take them both. Kane's other eye. Magneto. It doesn't create another chest? I've been lied to. Okay, so the next step is seeing if it creates another chest if the chest has not been opened yet. Because definitely on other floors, it was creating chests out of chests that had already been opened. If it doesn't do that on the chest, that's actually stupid. And if it's a deliberately hard-coded nerf, I very much disagree with it, but what can you do, right? It might be that items that have a pet, or let me explain. It might be that chests that have an item don't have the opportunity to be doubled because they're treated differently in the code, maybe. But like, yeah, okay. So if they're not opened, we can iterate on them. So that makes me feel a lot better about it. So we get Holy Mantle, we get Scapular, we get the D8, which we'll use to reroll. We've had like every dice you can possibly imagine on this run. The D8 made our run a lot worse. That's okay. We'll take the Halo and Smart Fly as well. And that gave us Beelzebub. I cannot have a normal run today. I'm not complaining because all the abnormal runs have been pretty fun. But it's becoming increasingly clear to me that my desire to just, you know, live in the country, do Eden runs until the end of my days is, you know, that just when I thought I was out, they sucked me back in with this weird-ass, you know, D1 Omega Penny run that is now confusing the Christ out of me. So we shouldn't have opened all the chests, because if we had a chest that was unopened, now we could use the D1 to get more items out of it. That's my bad. I saw the potential for that happening, but I was like, we got 5 luck. We'll probably get another chest, which is 2 chests, but you get the idea. Turns out I'm whiffing on that, but we at least got to see what this item was capable of. And it's, like, sort of good if you have good luck. Maybe I'm missing out on some Jens Lekman-style higher power. I don't know. It's plausible. But we started this using a D1 to double a key. And we got to the point where we were using a D1 to create new items out of nothing at all. So I'm pretty stoked. Watch out. Dead Onion, I think, does nothing. Actually, raised our range, whatever that means. Dead Sea Scrolls, and then homing bombs. Homing bombs plus scatter bombs. I mean, we're almost done with this run, so there's not a whole lot left to worry about. There's a lot to get excited about. This was kind of it was another cool run. I'll tell you what, we got 2 rooms left. What kind of YouTuber would I be if I didn't do these 2 rooms as a monument to my own ingenuity? Wait, did I say that out loud? It might double the heart, but thankfully it didn't. Mom's Knife, Stompy, and the Mind. I'm gonna try Mom's Knife and just see what it does. So, I mean, I don't understand what's happening here, but it seems to be doing, like, a decent amount of damage, so I'm just gonna let it go. Alright, that was weird. For now, thanks for watching. That was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed the run as much as I did. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.